Oh, what's the matter? You not like Mr. Puckhead? I was actually contemplating doing the whole video with this stupid mask on. Could you believe that? Could you? It is just as bad as I remember it. I'm taking this thing off, right? You ready? Are you ready? No? Not scary enough? Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just... I don't even know what the fuck this is. This was actually something we found in the attic just a couple of days ago. I think my brother made it. But yes, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, most importantly, to the pumpkin carving special. Yes, of course, we had one last year. Was the first video of carving of pumpkins that I've ever done. But if you haven't seen that one yet, you want to go check that out, because that was a pretty good one too. And I want to kind of try and top what I did last year. So if you can see what I did last year, you'll be able to sort of understand where I'm coming from this year. We are actually recording in my recording room today, which I know in your brains makes sense, right? You know, if you're recording, you want to do it where you do the recording normally. But I'm carving a pumpkin here. To just give you an idea of the amount of bullshit I've gone through to make this all happen, just have a look through my eyes. And there's the pumpkin. Hello. But over there, that's my monitor. And that should be there. It's actually sat on top of a swivel chair. For real though, this is like the most chilled out video I've ever done. I'm actually slumped in my chair for a change, rather than being like rigid. Like when I'm normally recording my videos, it's so chilled. Got my feet up, Mr. Pumpkin's there, ready to be cut. Yeah, this is looking good. Of course, last year we did the whole one pumpkin eating a smaller pumpkin. I had that little green thing. I still remember that to this day. How awful that thing was, and how horrible it was to carve out the inside. That thing was ridiculous. But today we're just sticking with the one. We got one pumpkin. That's all we need. We don't need to go too crazy. He's not the brightest pumpkin of the bunch, you know. This side is pretty flat. I think someone might have sat on him. He's a bit deformed. He's also got a hole in him. He's quite dirty as well. I don't know why I didn't clean him before I bring him up here. But we're gonna make him, because we don't discriminate. Even if this one is like the most skankiest pumpkin I've ever seen in my life. I've seen worse. I know we said don't discriminate against pumpkins, but what the fuck is that? Right, anyway, but we're gonna drop him over there. Again, oh my god. That's actually testing my muscles, which is kind of a surprise. Funnily enough, this is about the only time I read a newspaper. Just as I suspected. It's utter bollocks. I mean, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? You see that shit right there? What the hell is that? Sit. Oh. I think I just sacrificed the nut. You see that? You see that shit right there? What could that possibly be? What could that... Oh, it's a charging doll. There's a lot of things stuck to my desk. I just can't... I can't bring myself to yank off just for the purpose of cutting up a pumpkin. I'm sure electricity and pumpkins go well together, right? Newspaper on the floor. Much needed. Much scoop. We've also got knife. Extra blunt. This is actually the only knife that my parents would allow me to use, because they were worried I might hurt myself. This is the same knife that I used last year, and it is the most blunt knife. And nobody in my family has decided this knife is so blunt, we've got to go get another one. Instead, they just kept this, even though you could literally not even cut. Look at that. Look at. You see how hard I'm pushing with that? See? You could probably wipe your ass with this. Alright, we're all set. We got our knife. We've got our pumpkin. Got the newspaper. We got the kids. Oh. It brings out the inner murderer in you. That first slice. Oh, God. Maybe this knife isn't so blunt after all, huh? Oh shit, I missed. Oh man, this brings back memories. All the years that I've been cutting pumpkins. It's quite the tradition. Or maybe it's just because no one else in my family can be fucking bothered to do it, and I simply refuse. for there to be no pumpkin on Halloween. I'm just hoping this one comes out looking at least something like I imagine it to. There's a few reasons why this could perhaps go horribly wrong. But we're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we? Come on. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. God, that smell takes me back. That's where that's going to go. Oh, shit. That's fine, I'll just clean it up later. It's all your fault. Not gonna lie, it absolutely stinks in this room now. So all we need to do first is cut the top of this off, you see, because this stringy bullshit is just horrible. It's gotta go. No, I can't. Always come prepared with a bag, okay? Just don't put it on your head. Slimy goodness can go in there. Now they look scary. There's seeds everywhere, so I'm not going to bother with the seeds right now. They're going to have to wait. Okay, so the first idea I had was obviously a pumpkin throwing up. And this is very common, you know, people with throwing up pumpkins everywhere now. But that was pretty cool. I did that the year before last. But the year before that, I did this insane one where I actually carved the eyeballs and had them hanging out of the pumpkin. It was like 3D eyes hanging out, and it's like, you see these people nowadays that just carve like a little like hole for the eye. No. I'm talking the actual eye on the string, on this stringy shit in here, hanging out. And I thought that would be such a cool idea to have that teamed with the vomiting. It'll be like he's throwing up, but then at the same time his eyes are like popping out of his head because he's just like straining so much. Like, but the main reason why I like doing the whole eyeball business is because you don't have to carve the middle of the pumpkin out. That's the whole idea here. You see all this business in there? You see all that? That stays in there. Guess I didn't need you. The reason why you want to keep all of this stuff in here is because this is what's going to keep your eyeballs in. I wouldn't be surprised if they start using this for some military grade armor one day. You know, it's highly versatile, very strong. And also another benefit to not messing about with that is the more you mess around with it, the more like sticky and gooey and messy it gets. I quite prefer it when it's all stringy, to be honest, because look, it's not wet. Actually, that bit was wet. Oh, mate. That's all I needed. Okay, but I'm trying to think which side to carve on here, because my mum is adamant that I got to carve on the side that's got the flat thing going on. And I think she wants me to do that because this side hasn't seen a lot of love. But to be honest, you know what? I don't want to listen to my mum. I want to go ahead and carve on this side, because if he's thrown up, he's going to be facing downwards. So I'm trying to think of a place where I can put this camera where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And, you know, not having to stare at my crotch. I mean, that's not dodgy at all, is it? We can't see me, but that's okay, because you've seen enough of me in this video. I know some of the less experienced folk would be getting a pen out right now and drawing all over him. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. You know, Mr. Pumpkin, people always say that I've got a big mouth. What does that make you? Ugh. Oh, mate, that landed on my foot. Oh, there's a stringy bit. Oh, it's all over me. If anybody asks you to stick your hand in a pumpkin, you tell them no. When you put him at the edge, it looks like he's like thrown up over the side there. I mean, use your imagination. He could be thrown up in a bin, or he could be thrown up over the side of a bridge. So like with most things, I like to cut corners, and especially with pumpkins, I don't like carving noses. Well, yeah, it's a nose anyway, right? I love it when you do this sort of one, because rather than hooking all the stuff out, you just shove it back in. Right, now it's onto his eyes. I just kind of have to figure out where I'm going to put his eyes. Do you want him looking upset, angry? Put his eyes low, high? They are going to be hanging out of his head, remember? And the trick here with this part is rather than cutting straight, you have to sort of cut at an angle you have to push the knife in like that, so you get the biggest eyeball that you can possibly get. Okay, Mr. Pumpkin, just hold still. I'm gonna remove your eyeball. Ah, what are you doing, you bitch? Ah! Pop it out. Oh. It doesn't want to come out of there, but that's what we want. We want to keep those eyeballs in there, hanging out like that. That's perfect. You gotta be so careful though, because if you tear like one of these things back here, the eye just rolls out, and you're kind of stuffed then. Hold on, mate. Let me just twist your eye upside down. There we go. So that's pretty much the look we're going for here. With the eyeball just like... Now I know what I said about not doing a nose, but I kind of think he needs something there, don't you think? Like maybe just a little diddy one. Two little lines, you know, like one of them cheap cartoons. Just like picking out his boogers right now. I'm gonna flick it here. I missed. You've got a lot of blockage. I just pulled his eyeball out. One thing I wasn't supposed to do, and I did it. My thinking is that I didn't want to have this one hanging down the exact same length as this anyway. I wanted to have it like sort of sat there. So we got some goodies. Alright, few little finishing touches. Give them a quick rub down. There we go. Oh, got more on me, Jesus. My hands are so sticky right now. My oh my, Mr. Pumpkin, you've seen some better days for sure. You look like shit. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the flesh. And oh god, I forgot there's like shit hanging out of his mouth. Nice. But yeah, here we go. I mean, his eyes are like hanging out of his head. I did like some split effects on his eyeballs because I thought they kind of needed something other than just having his eyes hanging out. And this was the eye, the problem eye, that just like fell out. So I had to like bring up that thing with the sticks to get that to stay in. But nonetheless, he is all done. It works. His eyes don't jiggle. Or at least this one didn't, milady. Anyway, let's get and see what he looks like outside in the dark. Ooh. Look at him, just like inadvertently looking at the camera. Oh, that fucking eyeball. So anyways, I think that just about does it for today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this pumpkin carving special. Haven't you enjoyed it, Mr. Pumpkin? He doesn't say a lot. He just gives me some pretty awkward looks. Of course, this isn't the first pumpkin carving video that I've done. I also did that one for last year. That was pretty insane as well. I did enjoy doing that one. So go and check that out and let me know in the comments which one you thought was better. From me and Mr. Pumpkin here. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da. It's not until you do the clean nut part that you realise just how much mess you have made. Oh, well, speak of the devil. I just stood in it. Oh, come on. How is it in my shoe? The fuck?